moment I tried to grow, the block tried to hold. Yeah. Well, fuck those niggas. Film shit on the shit on the Mac, man.
The moment I tried to grow, the block tried to hold me. Like concrete got hands like my zip code owed me. I packed like few T's, plans tucked in my chest. Believing ain't just moving, it's fighting for rest. They felt it before I said it. Energy shift, smiles got thin, little jokes got a twist. Where you been sounds simple, but it weighed like a chain. Like my progress was whether they wanted to complain. I wasn't even flexing, wasn't talking too loud, but the hood could smell change like a storm in the crowd. The moment I tried to grow, the block tried to hold me. With loyalty tax and you change stories. They call it love, but it sound like interest. Debt collector angels when your life gets honest. Friends turn viewers, watching like a show. Clapping when you shine, ghosting when you low. And the ones that don't leave, they test your spine, trying to see if your future is still theirs to define. See, identity out here is a uniform. You wear it so long, it feels warm in the storm. Same slang, same corner, same I'm good mask. Same late night calls when the chaos sags. So when you start speaking different, calmer, more clean, they act like you switch, like you breaking the scene. But I'm not switching sides, I'm switching habits. Trying to stop feeding the night in this badness. I remember the building, hallway metal beeps. Before I hit the door, I'm already getting searched. Sirens learn your name, teach your body to flinch. Even safe at home, your chest still in a pinch. Then the forks pausing when the outside pop. Then we chew again anyway, acting like we don't stop. Being brave, that's the training, that's the lie. Surviving ain't living, it's just staying alive. The moment I try to grow, the block tried to hold me. We'll pull up Texas with favors with old stories. Bro, you owe me, bro. Remember that time, like the past is a leash and I'm stuck in the line. I love my people, but love can't be prison. And some loyalty is just filled with a ribbon. They want you close so you shine, don't expose them. So they keep you in circles where the same pain holds them. I try to keep it respectful, no speeches, no flex. Just stacking the silence, less hanging, more steps. But the hood don't like quiet progress. It wants drama, it wants a loud process. So rumors grew legs by sunrise. 3 versions in my name got stretched like a cheap little sermon. One said I'm better, one said I'm fake. One said I'm snitching just for choosing a break. That's when the exit plan gets tested for real. Not by money, by emotions, by what people feel. Leaving costs identity, cost comfort and chaos. Cost the ease of I belong even when it's toxic. You miss the stoop laughs, the corner store talk. Even if the same streets taught you how to walk. With eyes in the back of your head, heart guarded tight. You still miss the familiar, you still miss the night. In a weird way, like trauma can feel like home. Like you don't know who you are when you're left alone. The moment I try to grow, the block try to hold me. But I had to choose, be on or be free. I can't be everybody's emergency plan forever. Can't keep my spirit taped together in bad weather. I want mornings with calm, not almost for years. Not a life where my progress gets taxed by fears. I want my moms to breathe without math in her eyes. Want my little ones safe, want real sleep at night. So I set boundaries, quiet, firm, no beef. Some people took it as hate, some as relief. The real ones understood, didn't need a big talk. They showed love in the boring, they matched my walk. They called me when it was calm, not just when it burned. They didn't shame my growth, they respected what I learned. And the rest, I blessed them from a distance. Not cold, just consistent. Because the exit plan ain't just a map on paper. It's a new way of breathing, a new type of labor. It's unlearning the reflex, the flinch, the pose. It's letting your heart soften without losing your code. The moment I try to grow, the block try to hold me. Now I'm holding myself slow, steady, low key. No hook, just truth. Leaving hurts, but staying was death. So I keep moving forward, one honest breath at a time. Yeah, one honest breath at a time. Yeah, one honest breath at a time.
All I know is such a loving. What a lover.
Raised by the noise, that's the cradle I slept in. Where the lullabies with sirens and the night stay stressing. Where the hallway arguments echo like broken jazz. And the footsteps upstairs stomped out the dreams I had. Silence was a stranger, a warning, a threat. A sign that something foul was creeping up next. I grew up with chaos humming like a bass line in my ribs. Concrete drums banging while the city flip its lids. Ghostface visions in my head, colors loud, scenes twisted. Like the block painted murals with every soul it enlisted. The noise raised me, taught me rhythm, taught me fear. Taught me how to read danger by the tone in the air. air. Every shot outside was a verse in the hood scripture. Every slam door added detail to the bigger picture. How their lovers fight like thunder, then laugh like rain. Hear kids run wild, trying to outrun pain. The soundtrack was gritty, raw, unfiltered, alive. A symphony of survival where only instincts survive. Raised by the noise, booming bap, heartbeat in my chest like the block to my pulse to the rhythm of unrest. Sirens screaming soprano, footsteps tapping percussion. Arguments hitting like snares in a heated discussion. Even the wind had a voice, cold, sharp, suspicious, whispering secrets through alleyways dark and vicious. I sit on the fire escape, legs dangling, mind racing, watching the hood move like a beast, forever chasing the noise. Told stories, some tragic, some bold, some too heavy for a young kid to hold, but I held them anyway, tucked them deep in my soul. Let the chaos carve wisdom, let the madness take its toll. GHOSTFACE style memories, vivid like oil paint spills. Scenes splat across my childhood like cinematic reels. I saw hustlers argue over crumbs like starving wolves. Saw mothers pray for peace, the block never pulled. Saw kids learn early that silence meant danger, that quiet corners hid trouble, that calm felt stranger. Raised by the noise, that's why my senses stay sharp. Why I can hear lies in a heartbeat, truth in the dark. Why I move like a whisper but think like a storm. Why I stay warm inside even when the world ain't warm. The noise shaped my swagger, unpredictable wow. Turned a scared little boy into a GHOSTFACE style child. Every morning started with chaos, pots banging, doors slamming, neighbors yelling through walls, the whole building jamming. It was music in its own way, ugly but real. A soundtrack that taught me how to think, how to feel. I learned rhythm from arguments, timing from fights, learned patience from long sleepless, echo-filled nights. Raised by the noise, it taught me how to survive, how to keep my spirit steady when the world took a dive, how to read the block's heartbeat like a seasoned medic, how to sense when the vibe turned cold and prophetic. The noise was my mentor, loud, harsh, unkind, but it sharpened my instincts, strengthened my mind. Some nights of chaos felt like a choir of ghost voices from the past echoing through the post. How they laughter mixed with sorrow, joy mixed with rage. Hear the block turn chapters like a battered page. The noise raised me, fed me stories, fed me truth, fed me the grit that replaced my stolen youth. Now when I walk through the city, I move with a calm, a quiet storm in my chest, a psalm in my palm. The noise still lives in me, steady, deep, alive. A reminder of the world that taught me how to survive. Raised by the noise, yeah, that's my origin tale. A child of the chaos who learned never to fail. And even now when the world tries to quiet my voice, I speak with the echoes that shape my choice. Raised by the noise, booming bap in my veins, a symphony of struggle that still remains. Raised by the noise.
What I never was like.
I'm more with a down, wrote it down.
Yeah. What's Scar?
Yeah. Eyes on the exit, that's how I walk through life. Like every hallway was a trap and every shadow held a knife. Like the block was a maze, built crooked on purpose, where the walls whisper secrets and the floorboards were nervous. I grew up in a world where survival meant foresight, where you scanned every corner before stepping into the light. GHOSTFACE visions in my head, colors loud, scenes twisted like the hood painted nightmares with every soul it enlisted. I moved through the courtyard with my senses on blast, trying to stay one step ahead of a future moving too fast. Every argument echoed like a warning in disguise. Every footstep behind me made my heartbeat rise. Eyes on the exit, that's the rhythm I breathe. A sixth sense sharpened by the pain I received. The stairwells felt haunted, the hallways felt tight, like the building itself watched me every night. I see shadows shift wrong, feel the air turn cold, like the block had a story it refused to be told. Some kids grew carefree, I grew cautious and quick. Learned to read danger like a language fluent and slick. Learned to spot trouble by the tone of a laugh. Learned to map out escape routes like a second grade math. The world taught me early that safety was rare, that you had to build your own peace from thin air. GHOSTFACE style memories, sharp, vivid, cinematic, like my childhood was a film reel spliced with static. I remember running down hallways with adrenaline burning, trying to dodge chaos like the whole block was churning. I keep my back to the wall, eyes wide, breath slow, trying to predict where the next storm would blow. Eyes on the exit, that's how I stayed alive, always calculating angles, always ready to dive. The hood was a chessboard, pieces moving unseen, kings falling, pawns rising, queens caught in between. Every day felt like a gamble, every night felt like a test. Every decision carved lessons deep in my chest. I sit on the rooftop, hoodie tight, mind racing, watching the city move like a beast, forever chasing. The lights flickered warnings, the wind carried clues. The block spoken riddles only the scar could use. I trace escape routes in my head like blueprints, trying to stay ahead of fate's cold fingers. fingerprints, eyes on the exit. That's the mantra I kept, even when exhaustion hit and my spirit wept. Even when the world felt too heavy to lift, even when hope felt like a disappearing gift, I remind myself, stay sharp, stay aware, cause the hood don't forgive those who move unaware. GHOSTFACE taught us that life's a collage of sharp edges, a mix of pain, pride, hunger, and quiet pleasures. And that's what my journey was, jagged, raw, unrefined, a puzzle of survival carved deep in my mind. I learned to trust my instincts more than any advice, learned that hesitation could cost the ultimate price. Some nights I hear footsteps that didn't match the living, soft taps on the concrete like the past kept giving. Ghosts of old tenants, ghosts of old fears, ghosts of decisions that echo through the years. They whisper reminders, keep your eyes on the door, stay ready for the shift, stay grounded to the floor. Eyes on the exit, that's how I walk through storms, trying to stay human while the world changed forms, trying to keep my soul warm in a place built cold, trying to stay myself when the streets took hold. I'd see brothers lose themselves, trying to numb the pain, see them drown their dreams in the hood's heavy rain. But I kept moving forward, cautious, patient, alive, a quiet warrior with a will to survive. The exit wasn't just a door, it was a mindset, a flame, a belief that I could rise above the block's cruel game, a promise to myself that I'd never stay stuck, that I carved my own path even when the world ran out of luck. Now when I walk through the city, I move with a calm, a quiet storm in my chest, a psalm in my palm. My eyes still scan corners, old habits don't fade, but now I walk with purpose, not fear, not shade. Eyes on the exit, yeah, that's still my code, a survivor's compass from the life I once wrote. And even now when the past tries to pull me back in, I breathe deep, stand tall, refuse to let it win. Eyes on the exit, that's the story I hold, a soul that stayed warm in the world so cold.
I'm hunger in my spirit. I'm hunger in my spirit. I'm hunger in my spirit.
Yeah, that's my truth, my flame, a fire that kept me alive when the world played this game. And even now when the past tries to dim my light, I breathe deep, stand firm, hunger still in my sight. Hunger in my spirit, that's the story I hold, a soul that stayed driven in the world so cold. I'm hunger in my spirit, yeah, that's my truth, my flame, the fire that kept me alive when the world played this game. And even now when the past tried to dim my light, I breathe deep, stand firm, hunger still in my sight. I'm hunger in my spirit, that's the story I hold, a soul that stayed driven. I'm a soul that stayed driven in the world so cold. I'm hunger in my spirit, hunger in my spirit, yeah. I'm hunger in my spirit, that's the fire that kept me breathing. Even when the block tried to start my dreams into leaving, even when the nights felt heavy like a chain on my chest, I stayed up, eyes wide, mind wired, refusing to rest. Ambition buzzed in my veins like a swarm of angry bees, pushing me through the cold, through the doubt, through the freeze. GHOSTFACE visions in my head, colors loud, scenes twisted like my future was a mural only the brave could have gifted. I paced the room at 3 a.m, hoodie on, thoughts wild, trying to map out a destiny bigger than a project child. The hunger kept me awake, not for food but for purpose, for a life that didn't feel like a trap under the surface. Hunger in my spirit, it rattled like loose change, kept me restless, kept me moving, kept me out of the range of the block's cold grip, of the world's sharp teeth, of the shadows that try to drag me down underneath. I hear the wind whisper doubts through the cracked window frame, but my ambition roared louder, drowning out the shame. Some nights I sit on the fire escape, breath fog in the air, watching the city post below like it didn't even care. The street lights flickered warnings, the sirens hummed threats, but I kept dreaming big even when the world placed bets against me, against hope, against anyone who dared to rise above the struggle the block had prepared. GHOSTFACE style memories, sharp, vivid, cinematic, like my hunger was a beast, wild, raw, problematic. I remember mama saying, baby, don't let the world freeze your heart, but the cold tried daily to tear my warmth apart. Still I held on to that fire, stubborn, bright, alive, a flame that refused to dim, refused to die. Hunger in my spirit, it made me walk different, made me see opportunity in places others saw distant, made me study the moves of hustlers like a scholar of pain, made me learn from their losses, they wins, they strain. I watched the block like a chessboard, pieces moving unseen, kings falling, pawns rising, queens caught in between. The hunger kept me focused, lazy, sharp, unshaken, even when the world tried to break me like a promise forsaken. Even when the cold nights whispered, give up, just fold, I clenched my fist tighter, kept my spirit bold. I'd write rhymes on scrap paper, bars dripping with truth, trying to carve out a future bigger than my youth. GHOSTFACE taught us that ambition is a blade with two sides, one cuts through obstacles, the other cut with fear hides. And I felt both edges, the pain and the drive, the sleepless nights nights, the fire that kept me alive. I lie awake hearing footsteps echo through the hall, each one a reminder that the world can make you fall. But hunger in my spirit, it kept me standing tall, kept me dreaming of a life beyond the project wall, kept me imagining stages, lights, crowds, cheers. Even when the block fed me doubt for years, kept me writing verses with frostbitten hands, trying to build a kingdom from broken down plans. Some nights the hunger hurt, a burn deep in my chest, the pressure that said don't settle for less. I stare at the ceiling, mind racing like a train, trying to outrun the ghosts of failure and pain, trying to prove to myself that I wasn't just noise, that I could rise above the chaos, above the broken boys. I'm hungry in my spirit, 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 spirit. Hunger in my spirit, 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 spirit. It made me move with a glow, a quiet fire inside that the cold couldn't overthrow. Made me walk with purpose, made me talk with weight, made me see every setback as a step toward fate. The block tried to break me, but hunger rebuilt, turned my scars into armor, turned my doubt into guilt. Now when I walk through the city, I move with a calm, a quiet storm in my chest, a psalm in my palm. I'm humble in my spirit, yeah, that's my truth, my flame, a fire that kept me alive when the world played this game. And even now, when the past tried to dim my light, I breathe deep, stand firm, hunger still in my sight. I'm humble in my spirit, that's the story I hold, a soul to stay driven. A soul to stay driven. A soul to stay driven. Hunger when the world's so cold. I'm hunger in my spirit.
Yeah. Cold hand. Warm, slow, that's the balance. Yeah.
Cold hands, warm soul, that's the balance I carry through the block. Where the winter wind slap faces and the street lights tick like clocks. Where the world tried to freeze your heart solid as steel, but something inside kept burning, kept refusing to kneel. I grew up in a place where numbness was survival, where emotions were luxuries, rare as a holy revival. Ghostface visions in my mind, colors wild, scenes twisted like the hood painted murals with every soul it enlisted. I walk through the courtyard with frostbite in my knuckles, trying to stay human while the world flexed its muscles. People move like shadows, cold, distant, detached, like the block stole their warmth and never gave it back. Cold hands, warm soul, that's the contradiction I live. Trying to hold on to compassion in the world that never forgives. Trying to smile through the chaos, trying to breathe through the pain. Trying to keep my spirit lit in the neighborhood, drenched in rain. Some nights I feel my fingertips go numb from the cold, but my heart stayed heated. Stubborn, bold, the stairwell smelled like sorrow, like bleach and broken dreams. Like the ghosts of old tenants whispering through the seams. I see kids lose themselves, trying to act hard and hollow, trying to numb their souls so the hurt wouldn't follow. But I couldn't do it, couldn't kill the warmth inside. Even when the world told me real men never cry. Ghostface style memory, sharp, vivid, cinematic. Like my childhood was a film, real spliced with static. I remember Mrs. Thompson on the 6th floor landing, hands cracked from the cold, but her spirit outstanding. She'd hand out advice like soup on a winter night, telling me, baby, keep your soul warm even when you fight. Cold hands. Cold hands, warm soul, that mantra kept me steady when the block felt heavy and the nights came deadly. When the wind cut deep like a razor through my coat, when the world tried to freeze the hope in my throat, I tucked my hands in my pockets, breathe warmth into my palms, let my soul do the work, let my spirit stay calm. Some days the cold felt deeper than the weather outside, felt like the world was trying to numb me from the inside. Like the block wanted statues, not people with hearts, wanted soldiers, not dreamers, not kids making art. But I fought that numbness, fought it tooth and bone, held on to my warmth like a treasure I own. Ghostface taught us that pain can be poetry in motion, that a warm soul can survive even the coldest ocean. So I carried that lesson through every icy night, through every argument, echo in every hallway fight. I kept my humanity tucked deep in my chest, a flame that refused to die, stubborn protest. Cold hands, warm soul. Yeah. That's how I walk through the storm, trying to stay gentle when the world far from warm, trying to keep empathy alive when the block felt cruel, trying to stay soft inside while the streets played the fool. I see brothers turn stone-hearted just to survive, but I chose a different path, stayed human, stayed alive. The cold taught me patience, taught me how to endure, taught me that warmth ain't weakness, it's strength that's pure, taught me that numbness is easy but feeling takes guts, taught me that kindness is armor when the world goes nuts. So I kept my soul warm even when my fingers froze, even when the block tried to turn my heart to stone. Now when I walk through the city I move with a glow, a quiet fire inside that the cold can't overthrow. My hands still get cold, that's the world I come from, but my soul stays heated, refuses to go numb. Cold hands, warm warm soul, yeah, that's my truth, my role. A survivor of the freeze who kept hold of his soul. And even now, when the world tries to chill my flame, I breathe deep, stand tall, warmth still in my name. Cold hands, warm soul, that's the story I hold. A heart that stayed human in the world so cold. Ghosts on the stairwell. I swear I still hear him breathing. Like the walls soaked up their stories and refused to let them leave them. Every step creaks memories, every land that holds a name. People who lived here once, now shadows in the frame. Some gone to the struggle, some gone to the grind. Some changed so much, they ain't the same in my mind. I grew up in a building where the past never left, where the echoes of old souls clung tight to the steps. Ghostface visions, colors loud, scenes twisted. Faces half remembered, half gone, half missed. The stairwell was a timeline, cracked paint, rusted rails. A museum of the forgotten, told through dusty details. I walked those stairs slow, like the spirits watch me climb, like they whisper little warnings from another time. Old Mr. Rodriguez on the 3rd floor, gone without a trace, but I still smell his cologne when I pass that space. Keisha from 2B used to laugh like a bell, now her door stays boarded. A story no one tells. Ghosts on the stairwell, they move like cold drafts, brushing past your shoulders with invisible crafts. Some nights I'd hear footsteps that didn't match the living. Soft taps on the concrete like the past kept giving. The building breathed history, heavy, unfiltered, raw. Every chip tile a witness to the things I saw. Ghostface style memories, wild, sharp, cinematic, like the stairwell was a stage for a hood tragic. I remember Lil D on the 4th floor landing, always talking big dreams, always tall standing. Then one winter night he vanished like smoke, left behind a pair of sneakers and a half-toed joke. Some ghosts were gentle like old ladies humming hymns. Some were violent like the echoes of fights in the dim. Some were kids who grew up too fast and too rough. Some were men who broke down when the world got tough. Some ghosts were still alive, just changed beyond reach, like they shed their old selves on the stairs like bleach. Ghosts on the stairwell, they taught me how to feel, how to read the energy when the world turned real, how to sense when a vibe shifted wrong in the night, how to move with precision when fear took flight. The stairwell was a teacher, harsh, cold, unkind, but it sharpened my instincts, strengthened my mind. I'd sit on the steps sometimes, hoodie low, breath slow, trying to understand where all the lost people go, trying to figure out why some souls fade like chalk, why some leave footprints and others just walk. The stairwell held answers in the cracks of the paint, in the stains on the walls and the prayers of the faint. Ghostface taught us that life's a collage of broken scenes, a mix of pain, pride, hunger, and shattered dreams. And that's what the stairwell was, a collage of the past, a place where time lingered, where memories last. I'd hear laughter from years ago echo down the hall, hear arguments replay like a ghostly brawl. Ghosts on the stairwell, they kept me grounded, aware, made me walk with respect, made me breathe the air, made me understand that every soul leaves a mark, even the ones who vanish quietly into the dark. Some ghosts were warnings, some ghosts were guides, some ghosts were pieces of myself I tried to hide. Now when I climb those stairs, I move with a calm, a quiet storm in my chest, a psalm in my palm. The ghosts don't scare me, they walk beside my stride, a reminder of the lives that shaped my pride. Ghosts on the stairwell, yeah, they still linger near, whispering those stories only my heart can hear. And even now, when the world tries to silence their tale, I speak for the forgotten, the ones who didn't prevail. Ghosts on the stairwell, they live in my rhyme, a chorus of the past, echoing through time. Concrete heartbeat, boom bap pumping through my chest like the block wide my veins to the rhythm of unrest. Every siren is a drum hit, every shout is a snare, every footstep in the hallway paints tension in the air. I was raised where the buildings leaned in like they listening, where the streetlights flicker codes, where the shadows stay whisper. My pulse sing to the city before I learned how to speak, before I knew what fear was, before I knew I was weak. The block told me early, survival ain't a lesson, it's a reflex of twitching your spirit when the world gets complex. How the arguments echo through the vents like broken opera, mothers crying, brothers lying, life colder than the copper. Concrete heart thumping like a war drum at dawn, like the pavement itself breathing like the sidewalk yawn. Ghostface visions in my mind, colors loud, scenes wild. A young kid moving through chaos like a lost child. I watch dice roll like fate tumbling down staircases, watch hustlers trade secrets with stone face embraces. Every shot outside shaped the rhythm of my walk, every footstep behind me sharpened the edge of my talk. I learned to move like a whisper, think like a prophet, keep my soul in my pocket, keep my instincts in profit. The block was a symphony, gritty, raw, unrefined, a soundtrack carved deep in the alleys of my mind. Concrete heartbeat, pulse merge with the blood in my limbs. Sirens screaming lullabies, arguments humming bass lines. Footsteps tapping Morse code through the project confines. I'd sit on the rooftop, hoodie tight, breath slow, watching the world below move like a midnight show. GHOSTFACE taught me that life's a collage of sharp images, broken bottles, cracked mirrors, emotional scrimmages. So I painted my memories in colors the hood gave me. Rust red anger, midnight blue bravery. The block raised me with tough love and cold hands. Taught me how to read danger like a map of the land. Concrete heartbeat, it never missed the beat. Even when the world tried to knock me off my feet, I'd hear footsteps running fast. That meant trouble, hear slow ones, that meant someone hiding in the rubble. Every sound had meaning, every echo had weight. Every shout was a warning, every silence was fate. I remember nights where the wind carried secrets, where the alleyways hummed like they held deep regrets, where the moonlight hit the brick walls like a spotlight, where the block felt alive, breathing heavy in the night. I walked through it all with my senses on high, like the concrete itself whispered, stay sharp or die.
Concrete heartbeat.
The rhythm shaped my soul, turned a scared little kid into someone in control. Turn fear into focus, turn chaos into art, turn the noise of the hood into beats in my heart. I learned to trust the music the city created, learned to move with the tempo, never hesitated. GHOSTFACE style visions, wild metaphors in my brain like the block was a beast, with hunger in his veins like the sirens were dragons breathing fire at dawn, like the footsteps were soldiers marching on and on. I saw poetry in the madness, beauty in the grime, saw the rhythm of the streets keeping perfect time. Concrete heartbeat, yeah, it raised me raw, taught me how to see truth in the things I saw, taught me how to stay grounded when the world felt cursed, taught me how to breathe steady when the tension burst. Now when I walk through the city, I move with a grace, a quiet storm in my chest, a calm look on my face. The rhythm still guides me, steady, deep, complete, a reminder that the block and I share the same beat.
Concrete heartbeat.
Boom me bap in my soul, a soundtrack of survival that made me whole.
After the pops, the air felt guilty.
Like the block held his breath and the street lights got shifty. Music was loud 2 seconds ago, then it vanished in place like somebody snatched the DJ cord out the face of the bass. Smoke from the grill still floated, sweet, short, and thick, but the laughter broke off like glass off a stick. I stood there with a cup, sweating through my palm, trying to act calm while my chest hit alarms. Kids froze mid-run, sneaker soles glued to the tar. A balloon drifted up lazy, uncaring, bizarre. Somebody's chain kept swinging, tiny pendulum shine. Tick-tock in the moment, like time drew a line.
After the pops, the air felt guilty.
Not loud no more, just a hush that'll kill me. You hear every little thing, a gate clink, a dog bark, a lady whisper Jesus like she's signing in dark. Car engines idling low like they waiting for orders, and faces turn statues, no heroes, no reporters. I saw a phone in the gutter still glowing bright, screen cracked like a spider web holding the light. A sneaker box on the curb lit half open empty, like the world handed out dreams then got petty. A napkin from the food table spun down the street, dancing like it's blind to what's under our feet.
After the pop, the air felt guilty.
Even the summer heat felt chilly. That's the part nobody posts, no caption, no flex, silence that follows the mental receipts. Everybody got a story, they'll tell at the store, but your mind keep the raw cut, frame by frame more. Somebody yell a name, then swallowed it quick, cause names travel fast and they come back slick. A homie grabbed his girl by the waist, pulled her close like love was a shield, and panic a ghost. Old heads on the stoop look down at their shoes like they seen this movie too many times to choose.
After the pop, the air felt guilty.
I made it home but my brain stayed with it. I walked past the same mural with the angel wings, and it looked like it blinked when the siren sings. Blue lights rolled up late, painting puddles and stripes, turning rainwater into a badge and a knife. Inside the tape line the world get narrow, outside it you still feel the hit like an arrow. You don't gotta be the target to carry the stain. Wrong place, wrong time, now it lives in your veins. You start counting blessings like change in a jar, thankful you breathing, ashamed where you are.
After the pop, the air felt guilty.
And guilt got flavors, metallic, bitter, gritty. It sit on your tongue like burnt sugar on toast, like you swallowed the smoke and it turned to a ghost. You wash your hands later, still smell that night, like the sink can't rinse what your eyes did right. Next day the block wear makeup, act normal again. Kids back on the court, jokes back with the men, but everybody's voice got a paper thin edge, like we all standing close to an invisible ledge. You hear a car backfire and the whole group flinch, then laugh too hard, trying to hide the pinch.
After the pop, the air felt guilty.
That's why why I don't chase every look that gets filthy. Respect ain't just loud, it's restraint in the storm. It's walking away when your pride wanna perform. Cause the loudest in the room can become a shirt, and the quiet ones live with the pain and the dirt. I think about moms at the window, blinds cracked, watching the street like it might take her back. I think about little kids learning, don't look too soon. Learning fear, got a schedule clock set to the moon. I think about homies who tough all day, then cry in the bathroom where the echoes can't stay. After the pop, the air felt guilty. So I speak to myself like move wisely, not preaching perfection, just choosing a lane where the quiet after chaos don't own my brain. I'm trying to break cycles with boring routines. Early mornings, clean money, soft talk, small dreams, because silence be loud when it's filled with what if, what coulda, what shoulda, well who let it slip? And the city don't care. Traffic still rolls, subway still rumble like a drum in your soul. But I care, I remember I carry that sound. Not the pops, the pause that came after the ground. Ambulance lights blink slow like they tired of the route. Paramedics talking low, try not to make it a shout. Neighbors on the fire escape, trading prayers for a view in the block. Go back to music like it got nothing to do. But I know they quiet to debt. Paid later, paid deep, and it cashes out in dreams when you're trying to sleep. And I'm still here trying to live past it with me.